Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for our longer reading for August for my Sagittariuses. Hello my darling Sagittarius, how are you? I hope all is well. So this is a longer reading, so I use 3 different decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, gives us the main message. Then I follow through with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, kind of fill in the gaps. And then I finish with my Osha Zen Tarot cards. And that's like what I call the advice cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused each deck with Reiki energy, but this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now, I do have a snippet. It's about 5.5 minutes. 5.5 minutes about what's going to happen in August. So I'm going to be putting that in. And it's going to, so if you don't want to watch it, just go ahead, 5.5 minutes, and it starts now. So let's talk about August. Thank goodness we have August. July's energy was just all over the place. Eclipses, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, Mercury retrograde, all these other planets retrograde. August will be almost like a vacation. It will be calmer. And the neat thing about this is that we are in Leo season now, the first beginning of August till the 23rd when we transition to Virgo season. And because of the way the planetary alignment is, because this is one of the more powerful astrological years, this is going to be about clarity. This is going to be about honesty. This is going to be about fulfilling destiny. This is going to be about, no shadows, no shadows. Anything's possible. Honesty, okay? If you're going to lie, let me give you fair warning. If you're going to lie about something, it's going to be revealed. Because remember all of that activity in July and what I talked about with the longer readings in July, this energy will go through December when the next eclipse is here. It is going to be about honesty and revealing what was hidden. So do not, try to stay on the straight and narrow, okay? Not even little tiny fibs. Now, couple of things, the new moon, I'm going to look at my notes, the new moon, July 31st through August 1st. Now, it's interesting because this brings the second new moon in July, but it also is the first new moon for August because the next new moon, now that new moon is in Leo, the next new moon will be in Virgo, and that's August 30th. So we also have our planets, some are still going to be retrograde, but Mercury goes direct July 31st through, goes direct and transitions July 31st to August 1st. There's still going to be that 2-week shadow period when all, retrogrades. It gives a little bit of time to stabilize that energy and to get them where they started from. So that will bring us up to that August 14th, 15th, when the full moon is here, and that will be in Aquarius. Aquarius is about dreaming and dreaming big. Now, with this Leo energy and Aquarius being the mirror to Leo, and this Leo energy is going to be also about honesty. It's also going to be about being the person you're meant to be. It's going to be about, no shadows, anything it's possible. It's going to be a very positive energy, but more so with that energy will be more from the 15th until the 23rd, okay? Once that shadow of Mercury is completely lifted. Couple of other planets, though, you want to be aware of is Jupiter goes direct August 11th. Jupiter is a very strong, powerful planet. It's also a playful planet, too. Then we have, these planets are all retrograde all through August. That's Chiron, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. All of them are retrograde. They're very shadowy planets. So they're revisiting the shadows. They're revisiting the secrets. They're going to be pulling things up. Now, we go to into Virgo, August 23rd. And Virgo then, all the things that were happening in the beginning of August, the things that were being put into place, the, the positive the positive moves, all of that good energy becomes more, it becomes put into a more stable environment. So it's like, there might be this change, especially like I said, through the, like that 15th through the 23rd, but it's like good positive things. You're figuring out what you want to be, who you want to be, what do I want to be when I grow up? And then once that kind of gets put into place, it's kind of like a puzzle. You're getting all those pieces put together, and it's a very true and honest puzzle. Then Virgo comes and it solidifies. It puts like that plastic over the puzzle, and it makes that puzzle a more stable piece. Okay? And it's also, now this is something, and I'm going to post the article on my Facebook page, but I really love this. This is about all, again, I talked to you about it in July, but this is again about karma. This is about karma. This is about, liars being revealed. I want to say liar, liar, pants are on fire. But this is about karma. So this month is going to be, I feel, a very positive month for our viewers because, we try to be on the straight and narrow, but I feel it's going to be a much easier month to navigate through. Okay? Okay. So now on to your reading. Bye-bye. Okay, so lots of good stuff coming. I think that once Mercury, the shadow of Mercury retrograde, I think that 15th, that full moon, I think good energy will be coming to us. It's a lot of clearing energy. And if there's anger that you're holding on to, please, please, please try to release that, because it will be found out. And I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be found out in a real positive way. So try to release it. Try to find the appropriate way to let it go. Remember, when you hold on to anger, the only person it really hurts is you. Not saying for you to ever, I'm never telling anyone to forget or to put themselves back in that situation. It doesn't mean that, okay? So just be aware of that. Now, 3 cards face down. The second and third are reversed, and that means that it's got a stronger message for you. But the first card, oh, okay, I turned that one around. The first one is the 5 of Earth. So we're worrying about money again, and this might be that time again that's, from that 1st through that 15th, that Mercury retrograde. I feel like there's money that's being owed to you that, people are saying, oh, I just don't have it. It's like this communication issue. But I feel that it's like, come on now, I lent it to you in good faith. Where is the money? And it's not even show me the money, it's where is the money? Money owed to you. And it may be that you lent it out, or maybe it's that you worked somewhere and, and they were supposed to pay you and you haven't gotten your check yet. But it's worrying about this money. I do think the money will come to you, but I don't necessarily know it'll be those first 2 weeks of August. So this is fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Now, next card. This one is reversed. The 4 of Earth. Now, this is an interesting one too, because here we are worried about money, and part of our worry about money is because we haven't been managing our money. And this is something, again, I feel that this is more towards that beginning of August. So please, if you haven't been, if you've been spending it, maybe you've been going out and you've been using the debit card, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's the problem with using a debit card and not a checkbook. And I know not a lot of people are taking checks anymore, but at least when you did the checkbook, you could keep a steady stream of what you owe. And this is something, again, I'm feeling for my Sagittarius that this first half of August is about keeping track of your money. And, what have you been spending it on? What have you not been spending it on? And again, what have you been using your debit card for? And I don't know, while this is, I do feel that you are owed money and that money should be coming to you. This is about you not keeping track of your money or allowing somebody else to manage your money. Now, that's one of the things that, you've got to deal with that yourself. But, part of it is if it's your money and you're racking up bills, and your money's not getting, your bills aren't getting paid because someone else is managing it, please rethink that situation. Okay? Okay. So being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So yeah, I mean, if you do owe money and it's been because somebody's been mismanaging, you're going to be taking that right back because nobody messes with the Sagittarius's money. Now, you can possibly be generous with it and you can say, oh yes, I trust you, but once you break that trust, oh no, 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 no. Once you break that trust and it's about my money, Okay, next card is, and this was reversed, is the Page of Water. Now, water again is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Fluid energy, very emotional energy. Pages are very excitable. They are ones that, they're up for new adventures. They're like, yes, let's get started. So once you get this money thing, resolved, because I do feel, and I feel it's more the beginning of the month, it's this money thing, and it's like, whoa. And maybe you're going to still owe the money, but you're going to get your control back of your money. Okay, please. And this is one of those things that's kind of on my mind with you. Get control over your money or take control back. But once you do that, it's like you are now looking and saying, you know what? I might actually have more money than I thought I had. Again, it's like, shame on me for letting somebody else handle that, because now I feel like the future's opening up for me. So it could even be that right around that full moon time is when your money actually starts coming in. That money that you've been waiting for, starts coming in. And now that it comes in and you're the one that's handling your money, you can actually pay your bills, or maybe even go on a vacation, maybe even go and take a side trip, a weekend trip. Okay? But the Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person, that could be a relationship, which is, work, interpersonal, or family, enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. So this is all, and this could be about you, whoever was working with you. If this is a spouse or a significant other, and whoever was handling this money, and you come in and you take a look at it and you say, no, 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 no. This could be a turning point in that relationship too. Now that could be positive. It could also be negative. Now just be aware of it, because change. So it also depends on how you approach that other person. Now if you're ticked off, whoa. Again, that thing with the anger, that anger. So I feel that in the beginning, of the month, there's going to be some anger there, and it's going to be towards more of a personal relationship. It could still be with work. Maybe you've been, going through and you're looking at the accounts at work and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Who's been messing these up? Who's not been doing their jobs? Okay, so it could be, and it could still be at a work relationship, but I feel like it's more pinpointed to an actual person. Okay, let's see what other information we can get for August. I do want you to get out there. Remember, from the new moon to the full moon, that's the waxing moon, and that is, where you request. The full moon is where you release, relinquish, and request. And from the full moon to the new moon is when you relinquish, okay? So, release what's holding you back, relinquish what doesn't serve you, and request, because it's good to ask for stuff. It's okay. Okay, first card. These are all face down. Fertility. Now that does not necessarily mean pregnancy itself. It means new growth. It means conception. It means a new dream. It means something that is starting, and maybe with that money, it's like, okay, now that I've got control over it again, I'm now going to actually put some money in the bank, and I'm actually going to have better control. And again, no judgment here about, having someone else, because like I said, it's somebody you trusted, and you probably, I'm not saying that they meant harm or anything, but I just feel like it needs to come back to you. But there is new thoughts, it's like once you got this all settled down, and once you got this money thing, it's like you now really are seeing new ideas. Again, this is new. So this will be more with that full moon going forward. This is about new times in your life. Okay, next card. Again, reversed. And this is about material and spiritual prosperity. This is about things are, it's like, maybe what's happened is, and again, I'm not going to blame anybody else about this, but maybe what's happened is, you didn't have this really good control. And maybe you were the person that wasn't controlling your own money. So you didn't have this good control, but now you do. And now you see that actually, like I said, you could put money in the bank. Things are going to start. I feel like money's going to be coming. I feel like this is definitely, money's going to be coming. Is it going to be big money? Well, there's going to be worry about money the beginning of the month, but I think that things are going to resolve itself, and I think that you're going to see more cash flow in towards the end of the month, okay? Possibly and probably going into Virgo too. Okay, last card here. And this is emotional loss. Now this is 5. This is a change again. So, maybe whatever happens, whatever this argument was, because I feel you arguing that maybe there's this, maybe there's this lack of trust now. Maybe there's something that you have to redo a relationship. Okay, so be aware of that, because this is something that, this is something about you needing to step back and you re-examining the situation, you re-examining the trust. Okay, so part of this is trust, and again, I'm hoping that this is more for a specific Sagittarius than for the whole group, but part of it is that trust was broken. And again, I feel it's about that money. It's about that money. Okay, now, so and with that emotion, with that, you're going to have to really regroup and rethink and figure out whether you can trust again that person, okay? But the thing that we have is, again, we have this fertility, this new stuff, and maybe something has to leave. Maybe something has to leave in order, well, in order for something to begin, many times it has to leave. Okay, let's go on and see what advice do we have for our Sagittariuses? Okay, we have some cards. Okay, they came out, but I made sure that they came out face down. So let's see what we have here. Okay, inner voice. Inner voice. Now, this is very much about the moon also. So please, please, please make sure that you use that energy. It's like you're having a lot of energy, a lot of signs saying this. But this is for you to quiet yourself down and listen. And, your judgment is good, so if you think that there's something, not right, listen to what your inner voice is saying. Now, how do you do that too? That's about connecting. That's about connecting with your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guides, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is. That's about quieting your mind, again, and making that connection and keeping that connection strong. Next card is your mind. Okay, so in the mind, we have a bunch of chaos going on in there. So this kind of goes along with that emotional loss. This kind of goes along with that anger I've been talking about. This kind of goes, again, clear, again, the best advice I can give you is try to clear that. Clear your mind out. Try to bring peace and harmony in, because this is, there's this piece that's just not, and I really feel you being very strong with this. I'm not saying that you're just accepting it. I feel like you being very strong and saying, please tell me why. Tell me why, okay? And I hope, like I said, I hope it's for a specific Sagittarius and not for the whole group. But again, it's like it's, part of it could be, again, this trust thing. Going with this emotional loss, this trust thing. It was a breach of trust, and it hurts. Okay, and the last card here, silence. Again, inner voice. We have the full moon here, silence. And this is about quieting the mind, letting go of the anger. Again, I'm not saying to forget. I'm not saying to accept. I'm just saying let it go, because the anger only hurts you. You hold on to anger to the point that it just starts rumbling in you, okay? And you need to let that, you need to quiet that down. You need to try to let that anger go. And again, I'm not saying you go back in the situation. No, no. But the anger only hurts you. And I want you not to be in such pain or turmoil with this. So what we have going on with August is kind of a mixed bag of stuff. Part of it, that first beginning is going to be on that emotional side. The second is going to be more stable. It's going to be more, and I like I said, worrying about money, that beginning, and not so worried about money towards the end. But yet at the same time, I feel that there's a person, and that could be, doesn't have to be a personal relationship. It could be at work too, okay, that they messed up on an account of some sort and you have to fix it, okay? So it could be any of that. So just be aware of it. Be aware and be on the watch for it, okay? Okay. But otherwise, I feel towards the end that the last couple, after the 15th, that full moon, and then going, that 15th to the 23rd, and then that 23rd to the 31st, I feel you actually becoming extremely grounded with it and actually coming to a better place. So, okay. So, my Sagittariuses, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.